The US President Barack Obama has sent his condolences to the families of 19 firefighters who were killed in a bushfire in Arizona. He said they were heroes who'd put themselves in harm's way to protect the lives of people they would never meet. The firefighters were part of an elite team which was fighting a fast-moving fire near the town of Yarnell. They were forced to take shelter from the heat and flames in special emergency tents.
They died battling the worst fire in Arizona state history. Thousands of acres of grassland decimated by a deadly blaze. Low humidity caused by a recent heat wave combined with strong winds meant that nothing could stop the fire as it ripped through the tinder-dry vegetation.
We're what they call a high desert region. We have a lot of mountains and it's covered with brush instead of trees. We've been having an extreme drought and we've been having extreme temperatures. It's been nearly 120 degrees. And so the combination of the two is pretty deadly.
Houses were evacuated in nearby towns and roads closed as hundreds of firefighters were deployed to battle the 20-foot high flames. 18 of the firefighters that were killed on Sunday evening were part of the same unit, a group of firefighters called the Prescott Granite Mountain Hotshots, a specially trained team. They were forced to deploy protective tents known as fire shelters, designed to shelter them from heat and flames, but the fire was too intense. It was later confirmed that another firefighter had also been killed.
Typical of a fire like this, we send many crews from all over the state. The wildland crew from the city of Prescott, Arizona was deployed to that, and as a result of circumstances that I'm not aware of or have not been informed of yet, our entire crew was lost. We lost 19 people in this wildfire.
The cause of the fire is currently under investigation, but it's now believed that it was started by a lightning strike.
These are the men who lost their lives battling the blaze near the town of Yarnell, Arizona. A Facebook page has been set up in their memory. The men were forced to deploy their fire shelters, blankets that are meant to shield firefighters from flames and extreme heat, but that was not enough to save them. A firefighter who knew the men says they were all very well trained.
We train, we meditate on safety all the time. We know, especially there's Granite Mountain crew, any hotshot crew around, they're top-notch. These guys are the top of the top, and something catastrophic had to happen to affect this.
Hundreds of other firefighters are still trying to control the wildfires. It's burned through at least 800 hectares in 3 days.
A state fire official says they're all part of the same team, an elite force right on the front lines.
In normal circumstances, when you're digging fire line, you make sure you have a good escape route and you have a safety zone set up. And evidently, their safety zone wasn't big enough, and the fire just overtook them. And so anytime that there's a deployment of the fire shelters, which is a tent-like thing that reflects the heat, anytime that happens, it's always a serious situation. And they did deploy. We confirmed that. The helicopter confirmed that. And by the time the other firefighters got in, they didn't survive.
Residents of Yarnell Hill and Peoples Valley have been evacuated. No other deaths have been confirmed, but there are reports that up to half the homes in Yarnell have been destroyed. Authorities believe the fire was started by a lightning strike, and high heat combined with strong winds caused it to spread rapidly. In terms of firefighter deaths, the blaze is one of the US's deadliest and the worst in Arizona's history.